Hello and welcome to I Can't Believe This Got Greenlit 2, the Summer of Sequels, a show where we discuss sequels from our childhood, our nostalgia for watching them as kids, how these franchises got made yet again, and our experiences rewatching them as adults. I'm one of your hosts, Nick Warner, and joining me as always, Matthew Pelton.
You know what Nick Warner did for the first time, maybe ever?
Yeah. Well, I don't, but tell me.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't know what I'm going to say? We promise the show isn't scripted. Wink, wink.
Well, in a way it is.
Dude, people, you think I'm this witty all the time?
Right. I write all of your dialogue.
Yeah, Nick writes everything. I don't come up with anything original at all. No, before we started recording, me and Nick were just catching up, as we do. And he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, did you get a haircut?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did. I went to a Supercuts, cheapest haircut in Los Angeles."
Yeah.
I did research.
We have great clips in Florida, so I'm right there with you.
There you go, same thing. So I went to I have my girl Bridget. Shout out Bridget at Supercuts.
Shout out Bridget.
City. Shout out Bridget, dude. And I got a hair. I have bedhead. It looks insane right now. And Nick was like, "Did you get a haircut?" And I'm like, "Yes, I did." And he goes, "It looks great."
It does.
And I'm like, "Thanks, dog." And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, we've known each other, what, 5 years? Something insane like that?
6 years.
Is it 6 years?
6 years this year.
That's insane.
That's criminal.
That's criminal. We've known each other 6 years. I, objectively, have much better hair than you do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 1,000%.
I have my thick, beautiful, wavy, curly curls. Mm-hmm. I don't think you've ever complimented my hair.
That's not true. At all.
I think it's true.
That's not true at all. Maybe not.
Give me one time.
Maybe not on this show, but I definitely have.
When?
Because you've gone through multiple iterations of like your hair now is short. It looks the most
right now it's
similar
short
to what mine normally looks like compared to like how your other versions of your hair looks like.
Usually I wear it longer.
So I was gonna say sometimes it's a little bit longer, sometimes it's a lot longer, and I've definitely complimented it because I like it at every stage. Like it doesn't look bad in any stage.
Stop! Come on!
There it is. There's your compliment on Greenlit. Okay.
Damn it! You can't. I can't call you out in like this gimmicky way, and then you hit me with a real compliment, dude. Now I just feel like an ass. Like, guys, Nick fucking sucks, and then you hit me with one of the nicest things you've ever said. You're like, I always like your hair.
Yeah, it's great.
That's beautiful. Such a beautiful thing to say
about it.
Like, somewhere in this episode, I'm just gonna randomly drop a compliment now.
I mean, listen, I'll take it. Because they don't come very often on the show.
That is very true. Also, it used to be on our other podcast, Directing Development, I would compliment you.
Yeah.
Because you weren't there, so I could say it without looking you in the eyes, which is much preferred.
Yeah.
But now I've even pivoted there, and now I just insult you on that show as well.
Yeah, I really can't catch a break at all.
No. And I think it's worse on that one, because you can't defend yourself.
Right.
I can just throw any accusation I want.
Yeah. But I just have to take it.
Yeah, that you extort
and listen,
money.
As the producer of that show, I could technically tell you, "Hey, can you cut that out?" But I just leave it because I like the bit. I do.
You could fully cancel the show if you wanted. You be like, "Hey, I half run Quaywood. I refuse to work on this show."
I say no.
It's done.
I say 50% no.
Director Development's canceled.
Then you say 50% yes. So then we need to bring in like a third party, unrelated to Quaywood.
Who would it be?
It would have to be someone that has no stake in the business whatsoever. Like, not even a friend. Like, not a relative,
That's what I mean.
A friend.
It has to be someone completely unrelated.
Someone that has no idea what's going on. We present the facts, and then we take it to court, and they make the final call.
Dude, if we want someone who has no idea what's going on, that's most people that know Quaywood anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. Take anyone in the collective, they don't know what the fuck's going on with
But
Quaywood.
they can't even know us, because they might have biases towards one of us.
Yeah, because they probably all prefer me.
Right.
I think you're right.
And then they would say, "Yeah, keep the show going."
Even Maddie would be like, "Yeah,
probably.
Pelton's better. Keep the show going."
Sure.
Director Development's brilliant.
I mean, it is a good show. It's a very fun show.
Oh, thank you.
But
that's two. It is two fucking compliments. Fuck you. Check this. Oh my god, dude. I'm about to pull a Nick Warner. Everyone, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Buckle the fuck up.
Do it, because I was trying to figure it out.
I got you. You know what my favorite part is about Universal and Hollywood? The DreamWorks Theater.
Oh, and who shows up in the DreamWorks Theater, Pelton?
Shrek does,
Let's
baby.
go! Today, we are talking about the 2004 film Shrek 2. Thank you for that beautiful transition.
I set him up, he knocks him down.
I was waiting for a moment to sneak in and do a little transition there, but you hit the nail on the head. We're talking Shrek 2.
Thank you very much.
One of my favorite movies, Shrek 1 at least, was one of my favorite movies that we've ever covered on the show.
I agree.
So the fact that we get to take a trip back to the swamp to talk Shrek 2 is such
Thank
a beautiful
God.
thing. It's such a beautiful thing.
It is. There's rare moments on this show I look forward to a movie and look forward to talking about it, or just talking to you in general.
Yeah.
But when we pick Shrek 2,
Yeah.
this is a good day.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a good day, man.
Now, from what I remember, I believe that Shrek may have been your choice
I think it
from
was.
the first episode. So I will let you start with childhood stories. Obviously, the first Shrek movie was huge for both of us. It's in the zeitgeist, but how about Shrek 2?
Okay, very, very similar to Shrek 1, where for me, childhood, when I think of Shrek, I think probably 1 through 3,
Yep.
I don't know of as much as 3, but definitely 1 and 2, just kind of like merged, and it was just like, yeah, that's just Shrek. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what scenes come from which movie, what the villains are of each movie. I didn't know them that well, but it was like Shrek and the dragon and frickin' the blonde-haired guy and the fairy godmother. It was all just one giant film.
And Donkey.
And
And
Donkey.
Donkey.
It was almost like, for me, Shrek 1 and 2 are like, you could call it Shrek the Whole Bloody Affair. That is one film.
Yeah. Shrek 3 feels different enough, but it still feels relevant in our childhood.
True,
But
that
Shrek
is
1
true.
and 2 do very much meld.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
You could really stitch them together like in Premiere and export it, and just that's your one movie.
Yeah.
And that's how my brain conceived it for most of my life. But
Definitely.
it was a big one. Like when we get to plot and we'll go over specific scenes, like there are so many scenes I'm like, oh, I fucking forgot about this.
Yeah.
Like I know exactly what this is. Like that's crazy.
100%. Yeah, I think this is one of the few sequels that has just as many iconic scenes as the first one.
Oh yeah, if not more.
It's really incredible. And for me, similar to the first Shrek, I don't really have any specific stories because very similarly they feel like one cohesive thing. But
Yeah.
this franchise and this movie was so evergreen in my life. I watched it so many times, more times than I can even count. And I mean, again, like we're the Shrek generation. Like we grew up with Shrek, and this was huge
Oh, yeah,
for
we
us.
did.
And there's not really any particular moment where I was like, this is when I watched Shrek 2 for the first time. It was just
Nope.
on all the time. I've probably seen it with friends, with family, by myself. Like it's just been around.
It's one of those, to be honest, it's one of those movies that like, it's just you were born and you had already watched it.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Honestly, you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
yeah.
and we have a couple of those. I feel like Harry Potter also kind of fits into that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I couldn't tell you the first time I watched Chamber of Secrets.
Right.
I've just always known it.
Yeah.
That's Shrek.
Yeah.
And that's why I've had such a blessed life.
My veins are actually green because of
I know.
both the Hulk and Shrek are just running through my veins. They've
Dude,
just
trust me,
always
I'm
been
fully
around.
aware. You act like a fucking ogre all the
Oh
time.
yeah. I'm stinky.
Smell like
Okay,
one,
going
too,
into the production of Shrek
like
2.
one.
There's a lot in production, so I want to jump right into it.
Okay.
So this movie was directed by 3 people: Andrew
Oh, shit.
Adamson, Kelly Asbury, and Conrad Vernon. Now, Andrew Adamson did the first and third Shrek, as well as the Narnia movies. So returning director. Kelly Asbury was an artist on so many Disney movies, including The Little Mermaid, Nightmare Before Christmas, Beauty and the Beast, Toy Story, Chicken Run, among many more. So he's worked on a bunch of stuff that we've done. And Conrad Vernon was the director of Monsters vs. Aliens. And is one of the directors on the upcoming Shrek 5. Also, a thing to note about him, he's also the voice of the Gingerbread Man. Gingy's
no
voice
shit.
is one of the directors, which is pretty cool.
But like Conrad Vernon, that's a fake name.
Yeah.
Come on, that's insane. The second you said it, I'm like, is that a Spider-Man villain? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, he's out committing crimes.
Conrad Vernon. That guy has murdered at least 6 people.
Yeah, 6. I say more.
Well, 6 that we know of.
Right, exactly. So this movie was edited by Michael Andrews and Sim Evan Jones. So Michael Andrews edited Megamind, Shrek the Third, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water, and is editing the upcoming Spider-Man Beyond Spider-Verse.
Hey.
And Sim Evans Jones did Shaun the Sheep and the Narnia movies, which is pretty cool.
So we got big Greenlit people.
Big Greenlit people. It's
Yeah,
a whole,
I like that.
crew of people, which is incredible. Speaking of Greenlit people, we have our Hall of Fame Greenlit legend, Harry Gregson Williams, who did the score for this movie, who, if you don't remember, did the score for the original Shrek, Spy Kids, Narnia, Flushed Away, and Chicken Run, making it Harry Gregson Williams' 6th entry in the Greenlit catalog, which is super fun.
That's crazy.
Absolutely insane. But also, the thing I wanted to note, of all those scores, I really enjoyed the Shrek 2 score. Like they had their had their needle drop moments, but the actual score portion I really did enjoy.
Did you send him his robe?
Oh yeah. He sent me a picture. He sent me a selfie of it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. We'll post that on the Instagram.
An illegal selfie?
Yeah.
Get fired for that.
Okay, so now we're at the point of the show where we talk box office.
Yeah.
So, as a refresher, the first Shrek movie was made for $60 million.
Okay.
And it made $494 million in the box office.
That's insane.
So that was the first movie. Now, do you want to guess the second movie's budget first?
Okay. Yes. Budget. It seems like it went up.
Yeah.
That's usually the case. Movie does very well. Sequel gets more budget.
And
It's not
the
always
production
the case.
value of this was quite good.
And you can tell. Like, it looks better.
Camera movements, the actual animation,
Yeah.
the lighting, the textures, all that.
I think also, like, in the first one, my memories, they go to, like, the big palace. And they make it part of the story, but it's, like, basically abandoned. Mm-hmm. But this one, there's a bunch of extra animated, like, extras. The place feels more alive.
Yeah.
And even, like, little stuff, like, the hair looks so good and the costumes look good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they look so crisp. So you could tell this has got to be way more than 40.
60.
I'm gonna,
60.
you know what? No, screw you. You're trying to lead me astray.
No, it was made for 60. First one was 60.
Oh, first one was 60.
Yeah.
Oh,
first one's 60.
I thought you were telling me the number.
No. First one's 60.
Okay, first one's 60.
It was made for
I'll
60,
say, I was going to double 40, but it wasn't 40. It's 60. I'll say this one was made for 80 million. I'm still going to double 40. That was my original guess.
Okay.
80 mil.
So the first one was made for 60 million. The second was made for 150 million.
Whoa.
So even more than double what the original one was
shit.
made for. So now talking box office. First one made $494 million in the box office. Now
this was the big one.
I want your guess, and then we have some more discussion about box office that I want to bring into play here.
Okay. I could be wrong, but my gut is that Shrek 2 is like the biggest one in the franchise.
Okay.
Like Shrek 2 didn't fuck around.
Okay. Because you have a third movie, you have a fourth movie, and now you have a fifth movie coming out.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Also, the fourth movie, like I'm sure it made bank, but they took so long.
I'm just saying that like Shrek, this is precedence for Shrek 2 could have been the biggest moneymaker that led to 3, 4, and 5.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That led to 2 more sequels. Yeah. Oof. Especially if they spent that much money in budget. That means they spent way much more in marketing than they did the first one too. And the reviews are great. People love Shrek 1. It became a huge hit. I'll say, when did this movie come out? What year?
2004.
Okay. So I'm going to say it didn't make $1 billion. I don't think, not many movies were doing that in 2004.
Right.
Especially because of like inflation and stuff. I'll say it got close though.
Okay.
And I'll say it made $800 million.
800 mil. That's your guess.
I'm going 800 million.
Okay, that's a bold guess.
I'm shooting for the moon.
What I wanted to so we'll remember that. We'll table that to the side for a second.
Okay,
What I want to do for you is take you through the top 10 in the box office of 2004. Because this is where it gets interesting. Just
are you going to give me numbers or just titles?
I'm going to give you numbers, titles. I'll give you everything.
Okay.
So going from 10 to 1, Shrek 2 falls somewhere in the middle of this.
I figured.
Yeah. So again, you're logged in at 800 mil.
Wait, now I'm nervous. If it's somewhere in the middle, I'm not as confident.
So number 10 is Ocean's 12 at $362 million.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Number 9 is Shark Tale at $374 million.
Okay. Shout out
Number
Angelina
8.
Jolie.
Yes. And Ali Smallwood. Number 8
Yeah, more importantly.
is Troy, relevant to, the times that we're living in with the Odyssey.
Yeah.
$497 million. Now, already...
I did not realize Troy was a big hit.
Already, I told you, Shrek was somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Troy already is making more than the first Shrek. Remember, Shrek 1, $494 million. Troy, 497 million. So we're already
that's what, number
past this. This is
7?
number 8.
Number 8.
Number 7, Meet the Fockers. Insane that this made $522 million.
What the hell?
$500 million.
That's I did not know it made that much money.
I didn't either. Number 6, The Day After Tomorrow. $552 million.
Okay.
Number 5, The Passion of the Christ. $609 million.
I might be closer
Now
than
we're
I
in the
thought.
top 4.
Yeah.
Number 4, The Incredibles. At $631 million.
Oh, I'm close.
Now we're in our
I
top
gotta be
3.
close.
Number 3 is Spider-Man 2 at $786 million.
Shrek made
Number
more than Spider-Man
2 is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban at $795 million. And the highest grossing movie of 2004 was Shrek 2 at $929 million.
Holy fuck.
It beat Spider-Man and Harry Potter by a sizable amount. $200 million.
What the fuck? It almost made $1 billion.
Almost made $1 billion.
Dude, I was close.
You were very close. And even if you were correct at 800 mil, that would still put it at number 1.
At number 1.
But
Holy
I did not
fuck.
even come close to knowing that it was the highest grossing movie of that year.
Of the
Because usually the lock is either a Spider-Man, an X-Men, a Pirates, or a Harry Potter. Or Lord of the Rings.
Especially at this time.
Like, those were the 5 franchises. I would never in a million years guess, if you were to tell me the franchises that were in the top 10, that Shrek 2 would be number 1. By like a sizable amount.
I thought it would be top 5, top 3 max.
Yeah.
Like third.
Yeah.
I thought there's no way it's beating Spider-Man.
No, I
2.
didn't think it was going to be number 1.
Spider-Man 2 that famously made a buttload of money.
It made $786 million.
Holy fuck. And Shrek 2 almost made $1 billion. 2004.
On a $150 million budget. So in profit, it took home 600 to 700 mil.
Holy fuck. Okay, wait. What was the exact number?
The exact number for Shrek?
For box office, yeah.
929 million.
Adjusted for inflation, $929 million in 2004. Nowadays is worth $1.6 billion. It almost made $2 billion in nowadays money.
That's so insane.
Dude, what the fuck?
That's so insane.
What the fuck?
That would be the highest grossing movie of this year. Right now.
So far.
Yeah,
that's true. Spider-Man might beat that.
It probably will, but I'm just saying, like, at this current moment on August 9th of 2026 when we're recording this, that is insane.
Okay, wait, I'm doing another fun statistic. Okay. If this movie came out today and made the same exact amount of money, $1.64 billion, it would be the 12th highest grossing film of all time.
Oh my God.
Of all time, dude. What the fuck?
And you know that Shrek 5, no way it comes even close.
There's no way.
No way.
Because already people are kind of like anti-Shrek 5.
Yeah, right.
Dude, what the fuck?
It's so crazy. That's why I was like, we need to just take a moment to acknowledge how insane this movie was. Like, money-wise.
No wonder there's Shrek 3 and 4, and they made like the 4D movie at Universal. And
it's a huge property.
Puss in Boots exists because of this. Like the
1,000%.
spin-offs. Oh my God.
It's so crazy.
Can I be okay? Most of my life, my dad. I've said it before on the show. We grew up with like very good music. We did like a lot of weird stuff, like Fruit Bats and Spoon, and like these Pace CDs, if you even know what that is. But one of the things we didn't like, it wasn't like one of our big bands, but we did some Counting Crows as well. So we had like almost like a greatest hits, and like we had the big stuff. But amongst people our age, and maybe just like objectively, their biggest song is Accidentally in Love.
Yes.
From the Shrek 2 soundtrack.
Yeah.
And I was always like, why is that their biggest? It's great. Don't get me wrong.
Award nominated. We'll get to that in a moment.
I didn't know that either. I'm like, it's a great song. It's not my favorite Counting Crows song.
Sure.
I'm surprised it's their number 1 song.
And then you found out.
Now I know Shrek 2 made almost $2 billion fucking dollars. Now I get it. That's insane.
It's nuts. So
what the fuck? It's like how people our age like know Phil Collins as the Tarzan guy.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He was bigger in the 80s and Genesis, and we're Tarzan people. Accidentally in Love, I never understood. Now I get it. I fucking get it.
It's crazy.
What the fuck?
It's so crazy. Also, just a weird statistic that I'm thinking of. I don't know for sure if this is true. is this the highest grossing movie that we've ever covered? 929 mil? It has to be at least top 3.
I don't know what would beat it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we've covered other huge movies, but even Shrek 1,
Shark
you
Tale.
would think, like, very true. But, I mean, even so, that's half the money.
It's not even close.
And that's same with Shrek. That's like the first Shrek. It's like half the money. And I would even think the first Shrek is one of the highest grossing movies we've ever covered.
I was about to say, it easily is.
Yeah. So I'd be interested to see box office numbers of all of the Greenlit movies. This has to be up there.
It has to be. There's
It's
just
so
no way.
crazy. The relevance.
Because we have,
nuts.
to be fair, we have yet to do huge franchises like Harry Potter and Avengers and stuff.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
So once we get to that, different story.
Right.
But I do think right now Shrek 2 is the highest grossing film we've ever covered.
Yeah.
I can't speak. I'm
It's
stunned.
so crazy.
It beat Spider-Man and Harry Potter.
In the same year, it's so ridiculous to me that, like, and again, by like 200 million.
Yeah, it wasn't
Like, it
even
wasn't
close.
close. It wasn't like,
was
it
a
was
sweep.
20, 30 million. Like, it was like a clean sweep.
No.
Yeah, nuts.
It literally swept.
So I'll let you stay stunned over there, and I'll continue to read production notes, and then we'll get to plot. So, in 2001, soon after the original Shrek proved to be a hit, again, not the hit that Shrek 2 is, but still a hit,
No.
Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz negotiated an upfront payment of $10 million each for voicing a sequel to the film. Thus why
Good for them.
the budget is $150
It's
million.
way higher. Yeah.
This pay increase represented a significant rise from the $350,000 salary that each of the three were paid for the first film. And according to Jeffrey Katzenberg, the one of our Greenlit Hall of Fame people, by the way,
Yep.
The executive producer of Shrek 2 and a co-founder of DreamWorks Pictures, who led the negotiations, the payments were probably the highest in the actors' entire careers at that point.
What do you mean, Cat in the Hat?
True.
Dude, what are you talking about, dude?
Each of the actors were expected, again, $10 million. You're getting $10 million for this role.
That's insane.
How much time do you think they spent on this film?
Oh, it's not a lot. It's so not a lot, dude. They probably were in a booth for 2 weeks?
15 to 18 hours.
That's it?
Yeah. And they got a nice, handsome $10 million check.
Holy fuck.
That's between normal recording, that's re-records, 15 to 18 total per person. And they're out the door with 10 mil. They never have to work again in like a normal world.
Ever.
Just from 15 to 18. And to be fair, again, you have the star power from the original Shrek plus, Cat in the Hat recognition amongst many other things. But still.
No, mainly Cat in the Hat.
Yeah. So, more on production. Ted Elliott and Terry Rossio, screenwriters and co-producers of the first film, insisted that the sequel would be a traditional fairy tale, but after disagreements with the producers, they left the project and were replaced by Andrew Adamson, one of the directors. So Kelly Asbury and Conrad Vernon, again, the other two directors, spent most of the film's production duration in Northern California, working on the animation side of things, while Adamson spent most of his time with the film's voice actors in Glendale, California for the,
So what?
2
like
days.
A day? Yeah. What do you mean? Most of his time.
They had lots of other voices to fill, but yes.
That's fucked up.
So
I think some of those directors are working a little harder than others.
right.
That's all I'm saying.
One of them's kicking back. But if he also
What the
wrote it,
hell,
I'm like,
man?
you know what?
Well,
You
that's
do your
true.
thing.
Okay, fair enough.
DreamWorks began production on Shrek 2 in 2001 before the first Shrek film was completed. This is to me, this is almost the Toy Story 2 effect. Like this, they just saw literally 2 years prior that the Pixar studio released Toy Story. Then they did Bug's Life. Then they did Toy Story 2. So they're following up their huge franchise with basically, one of their movies with a direct sequel. It's it's almost like the MCU where they have Iron Man 2,
effect. Yeah.
Toy Story 2. It feels very similar where they do Shrek.
Yes.
They immediately start working on Shrek 2. So I don't know if this kind of played into this. Yeah.
I think I kind of like that strategy.
So do I. They're calling their shot with the franchise.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And
it's kind of badass.
because of how long, especially back then, animation took, it makes sense that they start working on it then, and 3 years later, it comes out.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, sequel. Instead of, look at Shrek 4 and Shrek 5. There's, this huge gap.
Right.
I feel like Shrek 5, there's currently not, a ton of interest in it.
Yeah.
So it's you took too long, dude.
100%. Yeah.
what is
it's
this?
very interesting. But it's also, especially looking at it from the lens of 2026, where a lot of major studios are looking at films that are proven successes, right?
Yeah.
Then they will make a sequel, right? Then they will cash in on it, right? But whereas like back then they would just go, no, this is our franchise. This is the thing that we're gonna do. And this was again before Shrek took home the Oscar, before it made $500 million, before it even came out. They were like, fuck it, Shrek 2, here we go. And then lucky for them, the check cleared and they made $1 billion in the box office.
It's cool. And I will say, like, a lot of the time you hear a sequel got greenlit before the first movie comes out. But it's like a week before the first movie comes out. Yeah. And if the first movie comes out and bombs or it's critically not received well, they're just like, oh, we were kidding.
Yeah, psych.
Psych. Just kidding.
But no, because animation, they're like, we're going to do it. It's going to take a long time.
Yeah. Like, remember The Gray Man?
Yeah. Well, like, no, but yes.
Yeah, I don't think anyone actually remembers it,
yeah.
even if they've seen it. Yeah. But before that came out, I think Netflix was like, we're making a second one.
Yes, I remember.
We're making a spin-off with this character.
And no one gave a fuck.
No one gave a fuck. And then the movie came out and it sucked. And Netflix was like, Stranger Things season 4.
Talk about movies that don't exist. That is one of the most nothing movies I've ever seen in my life.
The Gray Man?
Yes. That was
I can't tell you a single plot detail about that movie.
I just know like a few actors. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, I know a few actors, and I know it was the Russos. And
there's like guns. That's all I know.
Yeah, there's guns. I think there's a plane at one point.
Like I remember more about Cherry, that dog shit Tom Holland Russo movie, than I do about The Gray Man.
I do. Well, Cherry also. Shout out Cherry. Cherry's such a strange film because it was like their first one post MCU.
Yes.
And you could tell they wanted to be like, we're not just kids superhero.
Exactly.
People.
We'll say with Tom Holland. Like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they both like, took it
like,
way too seriously.
Yeah.
But then there's just like the shots in that movie are so fucking bizarre.
They're so weird.
Like, isn't there a shot of it's coming out of someone's asshole?
That I don't remember, but
I swear to God, it's either someone's asshole or someone's like throat.
You're probably not wrong.
Starts in there and then it zooms out. Like you're not supposed to know what you're looking at, and then you're like, was I just in Tom Holland's butt?
It's visual artwork, baby.
Yeah. It's like, this ain't your dad's Avengers. Let's go.
Look at his butthole.
Look at his butthole, dude. And then Tom Holland says like the F word. You're like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, that was a weird movie. Yeah, I remember much more about that than The Gray Man. But yeah. To your point, it's just a weird situation going on, and I'm glad that DreamWorks was like calling their shot with Shrek.
Yeah, it's cool to be like, we have so much confidence in this. We're greenlighting the second one, and we're gonna actually start working on it. And they made it just like a Variety article that we pretend never happened.
Right. Insane how much the industry has changed. So the studio added more human characters to the film than there were in its predecessor, and it improved character appearance and movement with the use of several new animation and rendering systems. As we mentioned, this movie more than doubled its budget, mostly for the actors, but also for the actual production.
And you can tell it does look better.
Yeah, and in particular, Puss in Boots necessitated the development of a whole new set of film production tools to handle the appearance of his fur, belt, and hat plume. So
he deserves it.
This is, the introduction to a character who would go on to have it one of the greatest movies in that franchise with The Last Wish.
This character made you fucking cry.
Yeah. Yes, it did. I remember that. That was
I don't know if we told this story on the show, but me and you, when college Puss in Boots: The Last Wish came out, and we went to go see it.
What a good era.
We have A-list. We just went to go see fucking everything together. Yeah. And I think I was coming out of a class. Mm-hmm. And we were walking to the theater. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you right now, I will fall asleep during this movie. Yes. And you were like, no, it's good. It's fucking brilliant. It's going to change your life. And my memory is, and now even I don't remember it, but there somewhere out there, this happened. I want you to have the mental image of us sitting in theaters, Nick sobbing to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and I am fully zonked.
So, from my perspective, I went in having heard really good things, like not just like good reviews, but like personal recommendations of like for me in particular, they were like, you're an animation fan, like you have roots in this franchise, and just the art style in particular, because I think it shared very similar techniques to like Spider-Verse, and like it was that sort of art style. But also like the character development and like the emotion and all that stuff. Like people were like, you are going to like this. And I was like, okay, great. Going in with like pretty high expectations. I was a little worried because I was like, I don't want to be let down by like this movie, whatever. But I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm going with like one of my best friends. Like and then again, notorious to the story. You were coming out of a class. You were like, I'm going to fall asleep. I was like, oh.
Dude, I was miserable.
I was like, at this point, I don't care because I'm excited about this movie. But I was trying to get you excited for it because I was like, I want to share this with someone. So we sit down, and to my knowledge, because you had told me this after the movie, and I was like blown away. I was like, okay. Like I think it was like middle towards the end of the movie is where you actually woke up. And you were like, okay, I like watched the like third act and like we laughed. Yeah. We were like, okay, third act was good. I was like, the whole movie was fucking great. I was like sobbing because I like had the prior context to everything that was going on. But we had left the theater and I had asked you, I was like, at what point did you fall asleep? And no joke, my co-host over here was like, I saw the DreamWorks logo and then I saw the back of my eyelids. Like, I don't even think you made it into the first scene of the movie. No, I think you watched the logo. I think your exact wording was like, dude, I don't know. The lights came down and like, you were all cozied up. You heard like the Nicole Kidman intro and then you saw the logo and you were just done. So out.
I was cooked, dude.
So you fell asleep right after the logo happened and then you woke up in the third act and then you were like, oh, okay, the third act was good, whatever.
Like, movie was great.
Have you seen that movie since?
No.
Okay, great. I didn't think so. It's very good. But yes, all of that to say, if it weren't for this movie and DreamWorks banking on Shrek and creating these rendering techniques for the fur textures of Puss in Boots, then I wouldn't have shared that experience with Matthew Pelton.
I would argue you didn't share anything with me that night. That was fully you, dude.
That's very true.
I love the idea of a dark theater and there's Nick crying into his icy and then I just have like fucking drool coming from my lip. The two polar opposite experiences you could have.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but it wasn't the movie. I will say it was not the movie.
No, of course. It was just.
I remember. I don't know what fucking class I was coming out of. That professor was boring as hell.
Hysterical circumstances, considering how good that movie was.
I feel so bad too. Yeah. I feel so bad.
But it was also like it was one of those things where because we went to the movies often, I wasn't upset because we had like that week we probably had gone to the movies already twice. So it's it's not like we were going once and it was like a huge deal. Like it was just like a normal thing. So I was like, yeah, let him take the nap.
And I'm gonna enjoy decided this. Like the day before.
We probably decided day of.
Actually,
we usually decided like an hour or two before. We're in a class. We're texting each other from our respective classes. Like, hey, do you want to go see fucking live action Clifford the Big Red Dog?
Hell yeah,
Every seat is open. Do you want to go see it? Great. What time? I don't know. After our class at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday evening. Sure.
Okay.
Let's go. And then. What do you know? We show up, half the theater's packed because half of our school decides the exact same thing. Everyone's baked and they're all in there eating insomnia cookies, watching Clifford on the big screen. It was a magical
Good memories,
time,
man. Good memories.
It really was a magical time.
So it's such a surreal experience to walk into Clifford the Big Red Dog. And it just reeks of weed. The whole theater.
And there's not one child in that.
There's not one child.
Because again, we're going at like midnight on a weeknight.
Exactly. We were just like being in a dark theater and being like, oh, I just sat behind you in class like an hour ago.
It was basically the whole class just like without speaking to each other, all ended up at the same movie.
Yeah. And no one acknowledged it.
So funny. And we were the two that ditched our like DKA.
we ditched our frat meetings. We had to go see Clifford, dude.
It was so great. And the Dearman Hands. The Emerson days of Greenlit will happen at some point. But
yeah, we should. We should do a whole deep dive.
We need to.
The movies we watched in college.
Oh yeah. So a few more things on production, then we'll finally get to plot. So the filmmakers purposely made the lighting of this film much darker than the first one to lean into 19th century French paintings that inspired them. And also, this is because Shrek was always supposed to be a representation of a unique and complex fairy tale. Therefore, they leaned into more of that like lighting.
Okay, that makes sense.
Which is pretty cool. Because again, they have the budget for it, so it's pretty cool that they get to be more.
If you got the money, fucking go for it.
Exactly. So Shrek 2 was released on VHS and DVD on November 5th, 2004, releasing on the same day as Pixar's The Incredibles, and on Game Boy Advance Video on November 17th, 2005. It became one of the best-selling DVD releases of all time.
Jesus
with
Christ.
Over 37 million copies being sold, grossing an additional $458 million. Holy fuck. Dude, it blows my mind that it made almost the exact same amount of money that Shrek 1 did in the box office in DVD sales alone.
What's the number of the DVD sales?
37 million copies at $458 million.
So with DVD sales, Shrek 2 in total made $1.387 billion.
Okay.
By the end of 2004.
Yeah.
So in 2026, it would be roughly, again, according to Google AI, so take it with a grain of salt, it would be roughly $1.86 billion.
Oh my God.
So this almost cracked $2 billion.
That's absolutely insane. So another thing I want to point out, just while we're still talking numbers here. So a fun fact that I learned recently on, again, famous show that inspired this show, Blank Check.
Yeah.
As I was listening to their Andrew Stanton series, they were talking about Finding Nemo. And they had brought up that Finding Nemo was at one point, and I believe to this day, the highest grossing DVD of all time. So I wanted to give you these numbers because Shrek 2 is in this conversation.
I'm sure it is.
So Shrek 2 comes in at number 6 of the highest grossing DVDs of all time, full stop, with the 316 mil, or whatever that number was. So number 5 is Avatar. Number 4 is The Dark Knight.
Okay,
Number 3, Spider-Man.
Hey.
Number 2, Cars. And number 1, Finding Nemo, with the revenue of $677 million in DVD sales alone. And that was in 2003.
Insane. What? That's 2003? That's not adjusted.
And to be fair, I believe that that's because of like the whole like Disney vaulting situation where they would like tuck away movies with like Pixar and Disney away for like years and they'd re-release them. I don't know how true that, like, I know that they did that with like a lot of their like 90s movies. I don't know as much about like the Pixar movies, but I believe there was something like that, but it made just an unbelievable amount. But it's still the fact that Shrek is number 6 of all time. Just goes to show how huge this movie is.
And also, just one more thing, because I love adjusting for inflation. I think it's so much fun. Is Google AI not the most trustworthy source? No. So I did go to calculator.net.
Love it.
Just as inflation calculator, just as trustworthy. And I put in 1.387 billion average in 2004. What does that equal as an average in June 2026? And that number was very different from the Google AI number. That number said $2.4 billion. Oh my God. So it actually totally cracked $2 billion.
Everyone and their mother is going to see this.
Dude, if you worked at DreamWorks in 2004, fucking loaded.
Dude. Like we said in the last episode, I would buy Alaska and just leave. Final note on production here. This movie was nominated for Best Animated Feature at the Oscars. Again, the first one was the first ever winner, but it lost to The Incredibles, and it was nominated against Shark Tale. So it was two
insane to me,
Greenlit movies losing to The Incredibles. Again, this was that weird time where it was only 3 movies that were nominated.
Right? Yeah.
Also, it was nominated for Best Original Song for Accidentally in Love. It lost to Al Otro Lado del Rio. Don't quote me on that. From The Motorcycle Diaries. I don't know what that is.
No idea.
I don't even know what The Motorcycle Diaries is.
Nope.
But I'm noting this because it was also nominated against Believe from the Polar Express.
Oh, of course you wanted to note that. Remember, this movie's good, I swear.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, it's the one shot of the train and the music. That's it.
No, not even the music. Fuck you.
I heard a needle drop of one of the songs the other day from the Hans Zimmer score. I don't know. It might have been in like a reel.
Oh.
That I was just scrolling, and they were like, "Oh, Christmas is fucking 100 days away," you know, like those things.
Yeah.
And I like got chills. It was great.
No, I would throw away my phone. Deleting Instagram.
Get a flip phone. Okay, going into the plot of Shrek 2, we open with the classic DreamWorks logo and intro, and a storybook telling of Fiona's past, how her parents, the king and queen, banished her to a tower after finding out she's an ogre.
I fell asleep.
And Exactly.
I was out. I don't know what happens in this movie at all, dude.
And sent a prince to rescue her and marry her.
Now, sorry. I know I think every time DreamWorks comes up in this show,
we talk about the intro.
Talk about the intro. Because I like to always put it out there in case anyone from DreamWorks is listening. I know the percentage is so low, especially because they're now billionaires if they worked on this movie.
Yeah.
But you never know. The recent DreamWorks opening. The fuck are they doing?
Doesn't hold a candle to this.
No, it sucks.
The nostalgia behind. I mean, also you have like the Shrek music, which is also nostalgic, but you have the intro. Oh, the intro is so good.
And every time we watch a DreamWorks movie for this fucking show,
we always talk about it.
Yeah, because I'm reminded of how good it was.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was really good.
For those who don't know, go to YouTube and look up like DreamWorks, like what 2025 intro, 2024. Yeah. I don't know when it came out, but
whenever it updated,
it's so
we
bad.
had first talked about it. I don't remember what episode we first talked about it because we had done Turbo pretty early on.
Is that DreamWorks? It is.
That was DreamWorks. It was, but I don't remember what episode we actually talked about it. I'm sure we did. We did B Movie, and I mean we've done a lot of the DreamWorks catalog.
DreamWorks, yeah.
But at some point we went into a whole tangent about that about that intro, and it was absolutely insane.
It's so frustrating.
Agree. We have to bring it up every time because it's extremely important to the industry, and I will stand by that.
I feel like I'm fighting for a cause. I'm like, we got to bring back the old opening.
To create a petition.
So every time we talk about it, I'm like, you never know who's listening. I'm gonna keep putting it out into the fucking world until it happens.
Listen, DreamWorks former executive that might still have influence, might be living in Vietnam, might be listening. Also, I want to call out because last episode, on our Pokemon episode, we kept referencing that half of our audience or more
Vietnamese.
was from Vietnam. We did not make it very clear that we had this conversation off mic, and then you talked about it on Director and Development, but it never came up on this show.
Oh, whoops.
So we just referenced an entire portion of our audience without ever acknowledging that we had this conversation. So very quickly, we were looking at statistics for Greenlit, and it showed that instead of our overwhelming American audience, it was now cut down to like 9%, and the overwhelming audience was now Vietnamese. I don't know how that happened, but I'm very honored and very grateful that we are absolutely popping off in Vietnam.
Apparently.
So shout out Vietnam, shout out to all of our fans over there, and shout out to our American audience too, because we love you guys. But man, that was a crazy thing that we found out and that we just referenced without giving context.
I would say if you want more of that story, keep in mind there's not many more answers, but if you want more of the story, we did talk about it on the most recent Direct and Development. Yeah, I think it's literally called Vietnam, Robin Williams, and the Odyssey.
Yes, and even if you don't want to hear about that, still go check out that show because it rocks, and I will sing its praises forever.
I now owe you two compliments.
There's my little compliment in the middle of the show, like you promised me.
So I didn't forget. I totally didn't forget.
We cut to present day, where Prince Charming finds the big bad wolf in Fiona's palace, and is informed that she is on her honeymoon with Shrek. We get a sweet montage of Shrek and Fiona in love, doing their thing. And when they return from their getaway, they find Donkey in their home.
You know what's interesting?
Bringing back the trio. Yeah.
First of all, bring back the trio. Fuck yeah. 2, love the montage.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
It is, and it's literally like the storybook opening, great, very Shrek 1. But then you get to this little cute lovey-dovey montage. Yeah. And I'm like, this is the best movie we've ever covered.
Dude. It's up there.
It's up there, dude.
It's up there.
It's just, it's so sweet and wholesome and feel good within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And this, okay, I'm not saying it's better than this. It's just a comparison. It reminds me of like the opening to Up.
I'm not even kidding. When you first started talking about this, I was going to interrupt you and say it's like the Up opening.
It is,
and
right?
I didn't know if that was going to just completely miss the mark. But
no,
I'm glad
it totally
that you said
is. It totally is like the Up
opening.
It is,
except Fiona is alive by the end of it.
Yes. It doesn't end with tragedy.
It doesn't fucking shatter my heart.
But those first opening bit of Up before it, takes a turn. And the opening bit of Shrek 2. It's just makes me believe in love, man.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. I'm like, love is all you need.
Like they say in Polar Express. If you just believe.
And you had to fucking ruin it. Why did you do that? I'm never watching Shrek 2 ever again.
Okay, perfect. Well,
Also,
it doesn't need your business.
that's a good point. I can go fuck myself. I think Shrek 2 did just fine without me up to this point. Prince Charming in this movie, I wanted to see if you agree with this.
Whiny little bitch.
He's kind of a whiny little bitch. And clearly a narcissist. But take away his personality for a second.
Yeah.
If you grew out your hair, come on.
Oh, are you saying would I just look like him?
Dude, you look just like him. He popped up in the movie. I'm like, if this guy got a haircut, he is Nick. He looks just like Nick Warner. Even like down to like his facial hair a little.
That's insane.
It's you, dude. It's literally you. That's you. Dude, grow out some lovely locks and you are Prince Charming.
I need to grow out my locks. I need to get rid of the glasses.
Yeah.
And I need to like keep a little bit of stubble.
Yeah, just a little.
And then that's it. And then I'm him.
Do a little bit of, what is it, bone smashing?
Oh, yeah.
Take a hammer to your
Looks
fucking
maxing.
face. Yeah, do a little bit of looks maxing. And you got it down.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate that. That's a very... Is that your compliment?
It's one of two.
Okay.
The whole... Dude, I swear to God.
I appreciate
every
that.
time Prince Charming was on the screen, it was like distracting. Because I'm like, I lived with him. What the fuck? That's crazy.
That's... Okay, well, I hope you don't associate his personality with me, though.
No.
Because I couldn't stand him in this movie.
No. How about if you had not dropped me a couple compliments, I would have compared him to your personality for sure. But I gotta be nice this episode. So no.
All right, fair enough. But see, even that's a backhanded compliment.
It totally is.
It's backhanded.
Listen, it's the best you're gonna get. Okay, fucking
Yeah,
take it.
all right, I'll take it. No, that's fair. Yeah, Prince Charming is an interesting one in this one. I also forgot that he was like more of a character.
I did too, to be
Than I
honest.
remember.
Yeah.
Like I remembered the fairy godmother. Like she's a huge part of
Yes.
this. But I did not remember that Prince Charming was as relevant to the plot.
I thought he'd just be like a
was.
scene or two.
Yeah,
then
because
he's
again, this one and the
fully
first one
in
kind
it.
of meld together in terms of like the actual plot
That's
details.
the thing. Yeah.
But anyways,
Also, real quick before we go back into plot, speaking of fairy godmother, I have no memory that she was the villain.
oh really?
I remember she was in it. Like I could.
I
Picture
remembered
her,
that she was in it, and when she turned, I remember being like, "Oh, that's right." I
sure.
remembered that was a thing.
It was like a forgotten
but
memory.
it was a little bit forgotten, but I did remember when it did happen. I was
But
like,
she turned,
right.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And then I kept waiting for her to turn back.
Yeah.
And it'd be revealed she actually
Like, oh
wasn't
no,
the
she's
villain.
just like a power hungry
Hey, she just sucks.
woman. Yeah.
I think, to be fair, my only memory of her as a kid is the look, and then I remember her in the red dress singing a song. Mm-hmm. So I think because I remember her as like singing a song,
She was singing a song, therefore she's good.
therefore she's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because
Well,
like
I mean,
Donkey
we all
sings
remember.
the song.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe.
I'm like, well, if he sings one, he's not the bad guy.
I was waiting for him to jump in with her.
Dude, he should have. He should have.
He just cuts her off. I believe. So going back to plot, they ask Donkey to give them some space, and as he leaves, they all see some of the king and queen's men at their doorstep to inform them of a royal ball to celebrate Shrek and Fiona's marriage.
Hell yeah.
Though Shrek is mortified about visiting the kingdom as an ogre and is mad at Fiona's parents for locking her in a tower, Fiona convinces him to attend, and they travel to the kingdom far, far away with Donkey by their side. Kind of
question.
unwillingly. Yeah.
Not kind of, fully unwillingly, by the way.
Yeah. Trying to give him some credit.
Okay, but I haven't seen the first Shrek since we covered it on Greenlit a couple years
Same.
ago.
Same.
So I don't know if you'll know the answer to this question.
Yeah.
But was it set up in Shrek 1 that, hey, I'm going to rescue Fiona from the castle and we're going to get married and we're ogres, whatever. But we're going to keep someone in the castle and it's like a secret that I got rescued by an ogre.
I don't think that was ever expressed.
I didn't think so either.
Because
'Cause it's
I
a
don't
weird
remember
detail.
the big bad wolf not being there for the
Yeah,
final
right?
party. Like when Donkey's singing, I feel like I remember him
I do
being
too.
there. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's just like, no, we actually kept him locked up in the castle to
Right.
put up like the public image.
Yeah.
There's still a princess there.
Yeah.
Like I was confused.
It feels weird because then there was also like, how would Shrek or Fiona, just based on what we're given in the opening scenes of this movie,
Yeah.
how would either of them have the knowledge that Prince Charming is on his way?
True.
Because that's the whole thing is like, the king and the queen put Fiona there so that when Prince Charming rescues her, she's completely unknowing of like who he really is.
Correct. Yeah.
But she's just like, oh, he's my guy, and I'm gonna therefore marry him. So they're like setting her up. It's a whole thing. But in this whole world, that means that only the king and queen really know, other than Prince Charming and the fairy godmother, we find out is his mom. But Fiona wouldn't know. So when she's rescued by Shrek, because again, the whole point is to like dupe her. So she wouldn't know. So when she's rescued by Shrek, she's not like, oh, there's someone coming for me.
Oh, I
it's
guess
like,
that's
no,
true. So
Shrek
why would you
is
even put someone
right?
there?
And then Shrek has no idea about any of this because he's an ogre, so he's staying away from all of them. And like none of the fairy tale kids, they all got kicked out of the kingdom, so they probably have no idea. So why would they leave one of their good pals, the big bad wolf, back to just like chill with seemingly no food or water?
They gave him nothing.
Yeah.
Because also, yeah, you're right. If they didn't know someone was coming, why put someone there?
Right.
And if you're going to put someone there, clearly you're trying to keep this Shrek thing a secret.
Right.
But then the second it's found out, that's never a conversation in the movie. No. Like, oh shit, we got exposed. It's just like, oh, let's go meet my parents now.
Yeah.
So what?
The logic of that like couple like opening scene as we're breaking it down doesn't really hold up.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Although it doesn't really bother me.
Well, that's the truth of it, right?
It's like, the beauty of this movie is like none of the plot holes like really bother me at all.
I think like the setup for the actual plot doesn't quite make sense, especially with what we know from Shrek 1, which to be fair, we could just not be remembering something.
Yeah.
But it's just the setup.
Yeah.
And the rest of the plot is excellent.
And here's the thing about the setup and also just the pacing of the rest of the movie. The pacing's fucking fantastic.
It's fantastic.
And the reason I really have to emphasize that is because, spoiler alert, next week we're covering the sequel to Scooby-Doo. And again, spoilers for my thoughts on that.
Take it easy.
The pacing difference, having watched these two movies back to back,
I did too, by the way,
is astounding.
Yeah, it is.
It was so easy for me to follow the plot and be in the story while also taking notes and like being kind of in two places at once with this movie. Scooby-Doo, I had to pause multiple times to like be like, okay, what the fuck is happening here? I'm not saying that I didn't like the movie. Tune in next week. We'll talk about it because I did enjoy it. But the pace, I just have to like really praise, like sing the praises of Shrek 2 on its pacing because the pacing was phenomenal throughout the movie, even with the setup that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, true.
This is a quick hour 30.
It really
and
is.
it feels like you're getting a full meal out of the movie.
Yeah,
which is really great.
And it just feels so like condensed and like precise, and they knew like they were cooking. They knew exactly what they were doing.
1,000%. Like, and again,
the
before the first Shrek even came out, like they were already cooking.
Yeah, that's true.
And to be fair, who knows how much of this is like the first one came out, they learned any sort of lessons, and they came back and like redid part of this.
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't find any of that in my research, so who knows? But either way, we love Shrek 2. So moving on with plot, they meet Fiona's parents who are disgusted at the sight of ogres, and it's more so the dad than the mom. Like the mom's kind of like, hey, like it's okay.
She's kind
like,
of chill about it.
Yeah, she's okay.
She's not as racist.
And yeah, this is definitely has those undertones.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we talked about this in the first Shrek movie, and it's come up a couple times in different like animated films from our childhood. But they really do like lean into that here, and I think they do it quite well.
I agree, actually.
So at dinner, Shrek and Harold, who is the king, Fiona's father, get into a heated argument, and afterwards, Fiona encounters Fairy Godmother, who offers to help Fiona, but is mortified to see that she is married to Shrek. Again, the whole race thing comes into play.
Now, okay, so
it's especially her like driving motive.
Yes.
Of like ogres don't deserve happy end happily ever after.
Rights, just in general.
At all. You don't deserve to be happy is crazy.
There are two things that I want to bring up at this point in the plot. Is one, like I said, there's a couple scenes that I kind of forgot I knew until they hit. Dinner scene was 100% one of them.
Yeah.
Like they're fighting over and it's all like the close-up shots of them ripping up food and stuff. And I was like, oh, I remember this. Like, this is crazy. Like the whole movie came flooding back. It was sick.
Yeah.
But two things. One, I feel like both, not like a hot take, but I might get in a little trouble for this. I'm just going to be honest.
Okay.
It's one, I know it's a kid's movie, and I like how much of the racial undertones there are. I almost wish there was a little bit more.
Yeah, because again, like the whole point of Shrek is to be like an edgier fairy tale, and like, play into more adult themes.
Yeah,
And obviously, it's a kids' movie because they, Shrek and Fiona are
yeah,
and they're in love, whatever. But I almost agree. Like, I think that if you're gonna do that, play more into it. Like,
Yes.
I think that, but also like, I do think they play into it well with Fairy Godmother. Like, I really do think like her motives are strictly because of racism.
That is true.
Like, just outright, her entire motive is Shrek should not be married to Fiona because Shrek is an ogre and ogres don't deserve rights, and my son is a human and he deserves to be prince.
Correct.
That's fucked up.
I think with
That's crazy.
With the Fairy Godmother, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Because literally the only way you could do that more is her saying, I don't like his green skin. That's the only step up you could take.
Right. Of course.
I think with the dad, you have that dinner scene. I remember it being like, oh my God, that dinner scene is one of the best scenes I've ever seen on this show.
Yeah.
Because they both are meeting each other for the first time. And both of them have the stereotypes of the other race.
Yeah.
And it's letting it like play into how they see each other.
1,000%.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Mm-hmm. Like he has this stereotypical view of ogres, he has a stereotypical view of humans, and they've both had bad experiences in the past. So I'm like, this is such a good setup. Mm. But then with him and the dad, they end up almost taking a different thematic approach of just like being yourself is beautiful and you don't have to change who you are for others.
And he turns.
Yeah, and he turns.
becomes good.
Yeah. So like it still ends up being a good message, but it's almost not the one that I thought it was gonna drive home. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, what? Not a missed opportunity, but like that one dinner scene was so good, and you just took that and ran with it. Of like, oh, maybe I misunderstood these ogres, maybe I misunderstood these humans, and just really leaning into that. Dog. It would have beat Incredibles for Best Animated Feature.
Yeah. I think part of the reason they don't do that is because they have an hour and a half and they do play into that with the Fairy Godmother.
True.
So having the like double-handed villain there, like may be why I'm trying to like play devil's advocate. But I agree that like if they did play into that with the dad, maybe they gave it 15 more minutes and they played out his character a little bit more. So that turn felt like more impactful. I think that would have been really great.
Because that would have been such a beautiful resolution for both of them. Where Fairy Godmother, she's just straight up evil and racist. Yeah, she just sucks. And then my only other one that I might get in a little trouble for, they show up to Far, Far Away, and famously the soundtrack has just hit after hit. Mm-hmm. And one of them, as I'm sure you know, everyone our age knows it from Shrek 2, Funky Town.
Yeah.
Fucking king. Mm-hmm. Arguably the best song on the soundtrack. No offense, Counting Crows. Funky Town fucking rules.
Yeah.
And I was so excited for it in this movie. I kind of don't like how they used it.
No.
It's kind of lame.
It's like fine. Like I'm not going to say it sucks, but it's not like my favorite of the ones that they've used.
No.
Because they use a lot of them across the 4 or 5 movies.
Yeah.
Like they're great most of the time.
But
I think the standard is so high that when this one comes in, you're like, okay,
the standard's so high, and also it's such like an iconic Shrek 2 thing.
Yeah.
Like Funky Town in Shrek 2. And I'm like, that's the scene?
Yeah.
Like they barely use it, and it just transitions to score anyway. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, honestly, this scene would probably be better if you just had score the whole time. Like Funky Town almost feels out of place. I'm like, this sucks, man. It's Funky Town. Like, this is what I came to this movie for.
It's like that Supergirl scene that's like everyone's clown.
The middle from Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
By the way, listen to Director Development. I defend it.
Oh, yeah, of course. I didn't hate it, but I just think it's funny that it's blown up so much on social media.
Yeah, people fucking hate it. It's crazy. But I had to point, one of my notes was, like, I'm going to get in trouble for this, but, like, I wish Funky Town was used better.
Yeah.
Because it's so iconic.
Maybe we can re-edit the movie.
Okay, Shrek 2 Quaywood edit.
The Quaywood cut on 4K Steelbook coming 2029.
Yeah.
It's going to take us 3 years to edit it. Find the perfect placement for the song.
It take us that many years to get fucking permission.
No, we don't need permission.
Yeah,
we just release it on our own.
You're right, fuck them. We'll put it up on YouTube.
Yeah. So Shrek worries he's losing Fiona, especially after finding her childhood diary and reading that she was once seemingly infatuated with Prince Charming.
With you.
So, with me, of course.
Who isn't?
At this point, I wasn't rooting against Shrek because it was just me. Harold is secretly reprimanded by the fairy godmother because she believes it should have been her son, Prince Charming, that rescued and married Fiona, as we mentioned. She has hopes to use the marriage to rule far, far away through Prince Charming, and she orders Harold to get rid of Shrek, or else he loses his own happily ever after. Which he doesn't want because he's white and he's a man and he has privilege.
Correct. And we also don't know at this point what his happily ever after is, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's like a weird mystery of like what the hell's the threat.
I just assumed that it was the marriage that he had with his wife. Like,
I
just
too.
assumed that it was like maybe fairy godmother had helped them out a little bit, like not anything super crazy. And that's true to a certain extent, but it's not as extreme as I thought. I mean, it is more extreme than I thought it was. The actual thing that she does for him. Yeah. So what Harold does is he hires the mercenary Puss in Boots to assassinate Shrek.
And dude, can I be honest?
His intro, fucking unreal.
I would argue it's the best scene in the whole movie. Well, there's the kitchen scene, but minus that, this is the best one.
It's so good. Him just in darkness with the eyes, and you hear the voice.
Brilliant.
That. And then he comes up and he's like, I'm going to fucking whoop your ass. And he's like, oh, it's a little kitty. And he's like, he goes in with the claws and it's so good.
And he's in like the creepy, like Lord of the Rings tavern. Like it fucking rocks.
So good.
Though I had such a weird moment watching this because we saw Puss in Boots, like we said. I know Puss in Boots, obviously. But for some reason, I just kind of like consciously forgot that he came from Shrek.
And he's introduced in this movie.
Yeah.
And the introduction is fucking incredible.
It's brilliant.
I forgot how good the introduction to him is.
I know.
Because he's just such a like, he's part of the gang. Like he's like, Shrek in a way, the characters have almost been like, what's the word? Like desensitized to like everyone. They're just kind of like, they're just like animated characters. They're DreamWorks characters. They're like fun kids things. But then when you watch the movie, you're like, it's darker than I remember. The characters are like more raunchy than I remember. And Puss in Boots is fucking badass. Like he's way cooler than he's portrayed like in the parks, I guess.
It was a cool reveal because it was almost like watching it for the first time because I just forgot it was him. So you had the scene where you're right, it's like his eyes in the dark.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was Puss in Boots because I forgot he's a Shrek character.
Yes. So
then when he finally meets Shrek and Donkey and it turns out it's him, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, it almost felt like I was watching a Marvel film and like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man just walked into frame. I'm like, you're in this.
On your left, and it's just Puss in Boots.
Hey, Shrek on your left. Like, get the fuck out.
No way.
Like, to me, it was like a cameo, not like a new character. I'm like, this is sick.
Exactly. It's incredible.
Dude, it was so... this movie.
It's the best. So
I think we said it on our last episode, whatever it was, but... My new favorite term, this movie rips.
It rips. Yeah.
It fucking rips.
Did I introduce you to that?
You did, and now it's part of my vocabulary forever.
That's good. Yeah, I've heard that mostly used in terms of like how good a roller coaster is. Like this coaster rips. Like people have talked about the new Fast and Furious coaster over in Hollywood.
It rips, yeah.
That it rips. It's so good.
We're stealing it.
That's why I'm like, when I use that for the movie, I was like, oh, this is cool. I like this.
Dude, I want people to know most of my vocabulary comes from Nick will say something once, and I'm like, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard, and then I'll just steal it for the rest of my life.
And then I won't realize that you got that from me until like a year later. Like this is probably the quickest I've caught it.
Like I don't even think I said like dog before you.
Yeah.
That came from you.
See, I didn't even know that.
There you go. Dude, every time I use eye bleach, obviously that's like a famous Nick one, eye bleach. Rips, I've stolen rips from you. I take it all.
Unable to overpower Shrek, Puss in Boots reveals that he was paid by Harold and offers to help him in gratitude for having his own life spared.
It's
so
like,
this is the team up moment.
I was about to drop such a nerdy fucking reference, dude.
Go ahead.
This is so embarrassing. I feel I'm going to speak this into existence and a woman is never going to speak to me again. But you said he's like, he couldn't like take him on, so like he served. He's like, I'll be your fucking slave.
Right.
And I'm like, it's just like in fucking Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic when Zalbar gives you his life debt.
Yeah, this is gonna be really dangerous for your dating
And then
life.
you can go to Kashyyyk and rescue all the Wookiees from the fucking the Czech Corporation or
Listen,
whatever it is.
I appreciate it, but
Thank you.
I'm scared for you.
I'm scared for me too.
Okay.
That was the fact that that was where my brain jumped is scary.
That's scary.
I think I gotta go lift weights.
You
or
gotta go
something
take a shower.
now. I gotta take a shower. Go to hit the gym. Go to like a bar or something.
work
I
it
gotta
all
make
out.
up for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta sweat it out.
that was rough.
So they show up to the fairy godmother's potion shop and successfully lie their way into the factory floor. They meet fairy godmother, and Shrek asks her why Fiona hasn't been feeling super happy recently, and she goes on a rampage.
She goes on a
that
racist
ogres
rampage.
Don't get happily ever afters like humans do.
fuck?
That's her stance, and she's standing by it. So
It's dude, probably one of the worst characters we've ever had.
genuinely.
Right?
Like,
Honestly.
Again, she's in a kid's movie, so you have like the, washing of the character, of like sanitizing of the character rather.
Sure.
And but the undertones, if you like really look at what's happening, like she's nuts.
It's pure racism. It's crazy.
It's crazy. So they sneak into a potion room and steal a potion that is labeled Happily Ever After that promises divine beauty. Shrek and Donkey take it and fall asleep. And Fiona also falls asleep.
You know what's crazy about that potion, by the way? If you took it, you wouldn't even change, man.
Oh, shit.
You already got divine beauty.
There it is.
dude.
That's the second one, baby.
That's the second one. And we're back. You fucking suck, dude. You're ugly as shit. And I hate you. Oh, it feels good. Feels good.
Your first thing was you're ugly as shit. That's crazy. But I'll take it. I'll let it
you're
roll
okay,
off my
you're
back.
okay.
It's okay.
You're all right.
So also, just like a random thing, and then we'll move right along. But I want to know, the whole point of this potion was you take it and your true love will also fall asleep and turn into something else, right?
Yeah.
So Donkey takes it and he turns to a white stallion. Does the dragon... we never hear anything about that. And that was a thought I had. And who knows? And,
I guess it's not saying it didn't happen.
Right, but we don't actually see... Because then they all just turn back to normal anyways. But we don't see like what that actually entails. I would love to see like a short...
would have turned into.
Like a DreamWorks short of like that parallel timeline.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It could be interesting.
I would love to know
Like, what the
dragon
fuck?
turned
I'm a
into.
mouse.
Could be.
Exactly. So they wake up to find that they're humans and Donkey is a white stallion.
Once again, what's going on with the racism, dude?
Yeah.
Why'd he turn white?
Right.
Why is Shrek white?
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm just saying.
I mean, okay. Is there a character that is not white in the Shrek universe that we've seen so far? Because I am not thinking of one.
You could argue Donkey.
I mean, yeah, but he's a donkey.
You mean
I mean like
like
the human character,
Not an animal.
Yeah.
I don't.
There probably is, but I just don't know. Like, my point is, are all the non-white representations of like humanoid characters represented by animals and creatures?
I think they're represented by animals and creatures like ogres and shit.
Insane.
Oh
And like
my
I'm thinking
God,
about
I
like the
think
big
you're
bad
right.
wolf and like Three Little Pigs and Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Like, they're all just like disfigured creatures, animals, like, and then there's just
That's
like the
true.
white humans.
Oh my
That's
god!
crazy.
And even when you take an animal that's gray and you say he becomes his best self, he becomes white.
Exactly. This movie's
Uh-oh.
actually insane.
Actually, you know what? I don't know if we like this movie.
No. Maybe we
I think
maybe
we gotta
hate
distance
it.
ourselves from Shrek 2.
Gonna cancel the rest of this episode. So to make the change permanent, Shrek, which is Shrek's initial goal, Shrek must kiss Fiona by midnight. So Shrek, Donkey, and Puss in Boots return to the castle. However, Fairy Godmother, having discovered the theft of the potion, has sent Prince Charming to pose as human Shrek and win Fiona's love to kind of foil
By the way,
his plans. Yeah.
I know it's a kid's movie. That's a fucked up plot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pretend to be someone else and lie to this woman.
Yeah. Like pretend to be her husband.
That's assault. That's insane.
It's true. Well, and he comes on to her very hard, like when they're.
Yes, he
and I know
does.
he's just trying to get the kiss and like do the whole potion thing. But if you exclude the magic, it's very like
No,
predatory
it's
and
bad.
scary.
It's really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. So Shrek
then
leaves the
what-
castle. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, once you get to the love potion, which is another potion that comes up in this movie, there's a big takeaway I have from this movie that I want to get into. But I've been saving it.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Okay,
so
cool.
Shrek leaves the castle believing that the best way to make Fiona happy is to let her go. And Fiona is skeptical of Prince Charming because of very obvious reasons that it's clearly not him.
I've been there, dog.
And to ensure the two will get married, Fairy Godmother gives Harold a love potion to put into Fiona's tea.
Yeah.
This exchange is overheard by Shrek, Donkey, and Puss in Boots, who are arrested by the royal knights after Donkey exposes them. So go ahead.
My memory of how the love potion works is if you drink it, the next person you kiss, you instantly fall in love with.
Yes.
And I don't know if they'll fall in love with you, like obsession style, or if it's just one way. But you have that. You have the happily ever after potion, which if you drink it, your one true love will also change overnight. So Shrek drinks it, doesn't tell Fiona that he did it, and then Fiona changes without any choice.
Yes.
And then the dad spikes one of the drinks, and it ends up not happening. But if she had also drank that, she also had no choice in that either.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. I tried to go most of the movie being like, it's fine. It's an underlying thing. They talk about it.
Felt thinking about the manipulation of Fiona in this movie.
Like once I got to the love potion, I'm like, okay. I think I officially have a weird thing with this movie in terms of like consent.
Yeah.
Because so much of this world is you can just make drastic decisions for people without telling them or asking them.
I mean, again, it's like obsession in that way.
Yeah, it's like obsession.
You can make a wish, and whatever you wish is going to happen, regardless of who is affected by it.
Regardless of who's affected.
Mm-hmm. And there is magic in this Shrek universe that does the same thing.
Tons. And like, the movie is like, hey, the bad characters are racist and racism is bad. But not once do they ever be like, these potions from a consent level are not okay.
Especially because we see it happening to our female lead
the
entire movie from multiple sources.
And like the movie, when it comes to the potions, especially the happily ever after potion, what they say about it is like, hey, you shouldn't have to change yourself for someone. Like, you're fine the way you are, which is a great message. Mm-hmm. But not once did they ever touch on the fact that Fiona didn't want this or ask for this.
Right.
Where I'm like, oh, this is real uncomfy.
Feels
and then they do the love
weird.
potion, and I'm like, if Fiona, not if, I think she does. When Fiona finds out that her dad almost did this to her, I could see like, oh, I'm never speaking to you again.
Yeah.
Like, that's the end of that relationship. Like,
Right.
It is bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, and considering it's a male writer and 3 male directors, it gets a little strange.
It's almost like when you see like someone flirting with someone who's drunk and the other person's sober.
1,000%. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, maybe don't do that, dude.
You doing that?
Yeah, don't do that.
Maybe don't.
So there is like, I was really enjoying this movie and I was trying to look past it, but once another potion comes into it, I'm like, I definitely feel a little strange about this.
Yeah, and this is the downside of analyzing a movie on a show like this.
Yeah,
is like
100%.
you can watch this movie and not even think twice about that and be like, this is a fantastic movie.
Correct.
And then you watch it with that analytical mind and you're like, okay, what are the actual meanings behind the choices the characters are making? You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This movie made, oodle amounts of money and it's just like, what are we doing?
And also
This
just
is
like
crazy.
the implications of this in the world of Shrek is real freaky to think about. Like if these are the only 2 potions we see do this, like the rabbit hole your brain can go down of like, what else do they get away with in this world?
You see the wall of potions that like have labels of like these do very specific things. And if Fairy Godmother is already more than okay with manipulating the main female of this world, like what else is she doing? She's the one creating this.
And it's just like readily available.
Yeah. It's just
you
like
can
in a
always
closet.
buy this potion at like a grocery store. Like,
it's
fucking terrifying.
So yes, that is an important thing to know for sure.
Yeah, so it's just like, part of me is like, this genuinely is one of the best movies we've ever covered on this show. It is so much fun. It is so tight. It is so good. Mm-hmm. And I would highly recommend it. Mm-hmm. But there is that other side of me that's like, it did come out in 2004.
Yeah.
We now watch it as adults, and we watch it as like a comedy, but also half like film discussion show, and I can't ignore it.
No, it's something that we needed to note. I still love the movie, but it is a weird, interesting, weird, wrong thing that's going on.
Yes.
When you actually look into it. But yes, continuing with the plot, while the ball begins, the fairy tale creatures, having seen the arrest on the news, rescue the trio from the dungeon. They have like a whole Mission Impossible style extraction scene that happens, which is really cool.
Don't they literally play the Mission Impossible theme song?
Yes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Pinocchio comes down, he lies about wearing a thong, and then he gets them out of there.
So bizarre.
Insane.
But I love it.
So Fairy Godmother performs a song for Princess Fiona and Prince Charming. Again, I think Donkey should have been there as well. And Shrek, Donkey, and the fairy tale creatures storm the castle. I almost said storm the capital. Holy shit. Storm the castle with the help of Mongo, a monstrous living gingerbread man created by the Muffin Man. Basically, giant Frankenstein. This was one where I completely forgot this existed.
I did too.
And when the Muffin Man opened the door and you have like the drastic lighting on him and you have like the lightning bolt hit the thing and it's like a Frankenstein recreation. It's so good.
It's so good. And then like his gumdrop goes on fire and he kicks it like a fucking fireball. It's so good.
He like opens the door like unwillingly almost, and then he's like, "Oh, what's up, Gingy?" And you're like, "Oh shit,
let's go!"
It's like, "Oh my god, it's crazy."
So this is my last note.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a hot take or not. I don't know, but I'm kind of fucking sick of holding out for a hero. It's just used so many times in movies.
Do you think it's in reflection? Like in 2004, this was probably
great,
ripping out like it was going crazy.
Yeah, I think it's a 2026 complaint.
Yeah,
of like at this point, if I hear it in a movie, I'm like, seriously, dog, you could come up with anything else.
Yeah. But who knows? This could have popularized it. I don't know. But that's a fair reflection.
Yeah, it's like it's not the movie's fault because you're right. It could have not been overplayed in 2004.
Right.
But at this point, it's almost like a cliche.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, fucking enough.
Yeah.
Stop with that fucking song.
So Shrek fights Fairy Godmother, who prompts Prince Charming to kiss Fiona because she drank the tea that would make her fall in love with Prince Charming. He kisses her. And she's seemingly under the spell, and then headbutts his ass. And we find out that Harold, the king, Fiona's dad, didn't give Fiona the tea. Because again, he has this whole like mini, not fully fleshed out arc, and he's like, she can make her own decisions, but it's like, does she really? Anyways.
Which also, by the way, like, in the moment, I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
good for him. I like him now.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well.
He's still evil.
It's like that age-old question of like, do you give someone props for not doing a wrong thing,
right?
For doing what they're supposed to do anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, oh, he didn't drug his own daughter.
Oh, good
cool,
for you,
man. Yeah.
Hooray. You're not super evil. You're just kind of evil.
Still sucks. Yeah.
So Fairy Godmother fires a spell at Shrek, but Harold jumps in front of him and reflects it back at her, turning her into bubbles, seemingly killing her forever. Like she just actually like dies.
She dies.
Like, all that's left is like her glasses and her wand, and she turns to bubbles, and then the bubbles pop. Like, is she dead?
She's dead.
I don't remember if she comes back. Ever.
Also, this is another one where, you know what? I'm just gonna fully sink into the nerd pool and own it.
Yeah.
She turns into bubbles, and I'm like, oh, it's like when Thanos turned Star-Lord's gun into bubbles in Avengers Infinity War.
Right. That one's less bad.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that one I'm on board with.
I'll say a Star Wars video game from the early 2000s as a reference is
rough.
That's rough, dude. That's bad.
So this is the part where we find out about King Harold's whole thing. So he turns back into his true form, a frog, and apologized. So this whole time, he wasn't actually a white man.
He was green.
He was a frog. He was one
green.
of the like little creatures. So it creates this whole weird conversation around this whole universe of like he is one of the creatures like the fantastical creatures that they have here. But then he becomes like a quote unquote better version of himself, becomes the other race essentially, and then is like actively racist against his own. It's very, very weird.
It's Shrek 2. We're not over. I know we're so close to overall, but it opens. It's like it opens Pandora's box in a way.
In a way,
and it opens so many boxes. Mm-hmm. And not like the problem with it, but it's an hour 30, and the message of the movie is great, and it's not like they say anything bad or outdated or anything. It's just they go into so many potential themes and issues that you can't talk about all of them
to the extent that they need.
Yes. Exactly. So like, there's so many things in this movie that just aren't addressed because they just don't have the time. That it does kind of have like a weird like aftertaste, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, I'm not saying the movie is saying anything bad. It just doesn't say so much.
I wish they had another 30 minutes to explore those more, because I think they would have done it well.
At the same time, it's such a tight hour 30. I'm like, I almost don't want another 30 because the pacing's so excellent.
Yeah, then it feel too preachy, and that it comes into all of that conversation. So
exactly,
it is a weird feeling when you get down to like the conversation that we're having. When you come down to all of that, it's like, okay, which one would we rather? I take the side of keep it where it is now, and we can acknowledge the wrongdoings of like the conversations that are going on, and the potions, and the whole universe and all that. But it still is a tight hour 30. It's still a very well paced movie, and it's a super fun time. Again, still addressing the wrong things that are going on.
Yeah, I think if hour 30, with the caveat of there should be like an extra scene or two where it's like, hey, fairy godmother's evil, but also the potions she was making are evil because they strip away choice.
Right.
So if we saw fairy godmother die and the factory got closed down, could have been perfect.
Yeah.
I think just addressing it, even that small amount, would be like, okay, the movie's at least acknowledging that these are also bad.
Yeah.
But right now, it's just like the potion's just part of the plot, and it doesn't ever say, hey, we disagree with what this potion does.
Right. 100%.
So it's like, uh-oh.
It's wild. But anyways, finishing out the plot here.
Sure.
Fiona tells Shrek that she doesn't want to be human, and they let the spell wear off, turning them back to ogres.
Hell yeah.
Shrek and Puss in Boots sing us into the credits. Or wait, I'm sorry. Not Shrek. Donkey and Puss in Boots sing us into the credits, and all is well in the world, and that is Shrek 2. So going into final thoughts, I'm going to throw it over to you. Let's hear it.
Okay. Well, like I said...
Yeah, we kind of already hashed this out a little bit.
That's the thing. If you watch Shrek 2 without like this over analytical side, which to be fair, probably most people are doing anyway, and that's probably the intended way to watch it. It's so good. It is so good. Visually, it looks better. The character stuff is better. The world building, for the most part, I like. The songs are great. Like, the plot is so tight. It's so quick. It's funny. It holds up. It is so fucking good. Mm-hmm. However, there is that other side to it that sometimes can be hard to ignore.
Sure.
Because I'm like, yeah, this does... There's just... In terms of world building, they're adding so many things to this world that I'm like, oh my God. Like, this comes with crazy implications for the rest of the world.
1,000%. Yeah.
And so that's my thing. It's like, it's great, yes, in terms of what it adds to the world of Shrek. It adds great stuff, but then it also adds stuff where I'm like, oh, this world isn't as magical and fun as I thought.
Yeah, totally. And I think that kind of leads into my thoughts, because I feel very similarly of like, again, as we mentioned, we have to acknowledge kind of what is going on in this universe and the weird feeling that you have after the movie when you really think about it. But outside of that, it's a classic. I think I have more nostalgia for the first one just because I remember a lot more of the bits that were going on, but they're both so good. Like I said, the pacing has to be acknowledged. The character development has to be acknowledged. The fact that they take the characters from the first movie, build upon them in the second, and they do such a good job with the storyline and the pacing of it all and how kind of everything weaves together and expanding that universe. Again, there's some weird things going on there, but overall, the expanding of the universe is done really well.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
It's hard not to put this in the top 10 of the movies we've covered ever, like on this show.
That's true. Honestly,
it's quite good. So going into the ranking system, I will let you start.
Okay, for those who don't know, first time listening.
Yes.
Me and Nick are big physical media guys.
Yes.
We love our 4K steelbooks. Mm-hmm. So our ranking system, instead of like a star ranking or a letter grading, whatever, we have, I would buy this on 4K steelbook outright. Amazon.com, Walmart, whatever.
That's
Second
our,
one,
like 5-star review.
That's our 5-star, exactly. Second one, basically our 4-star, is I would buy this on like sale. Or like like the Walmart dollar bin.
Yeah.
Or if like someone's selling it on Facebook Marketplace, I'd buy it there. One below that, as I'd watch it on streaming. And I would not own this. It would not be part of the collection, but I would watch this again. Throw it on like Disney Plus, whatever. Bottom tier, worst you can get. I would never watch this again.
Yes.
Those are our 4.
Yes. So let's hear it.
In retrospect, would it have been easier to do a star rating? Absolutely.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Because we don't have to explain it every time.
Yeah.
I would buy this on 4K Steelbook. I totally would.
Same.
Yeah, it's such a
it's hard not to.
It's a classic in our youth,
Yeah.
and also it's just fucking it rips.
It does rip. It's really good.
And you know what? Like, I would put it on if I like people over who had never seen it or just wanted to watch Shrek 2. I would put it on, and I just wouldn't say anything about the weird consent in this world, and just let them have a good time.
Yeah, because again, like, you can watch this movie and not think about it and have a great time.
Yeah, which is the intention of it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
1,000%.
We're not meant to look at this like Pan's Labyrinth.
Exactly.
Yeah, with Andy. Like, it's very different.
Right. So, one final thought on Shrek 2. I can't believe this got greenlit. Thank you all for listening. Now, typically, I say stay tuned next week for more, fun guests, crazy sequels, whatever.
Fucking bullshit.
All that. However, because, summer sequels has been such an interesting endeavor for us because we've, covered sequels to movies that we've already covered before. We're trying to get new guests, and it's been a huge project for us over the summer.
Yeah,
it's been really interesting and super fun. But it's a lot of work, and with that comes scheduling. And with scheduling, we don't really know what is coming next week. Now, as we're kind of winding down summer sequels, we're coming to the end of the series, we had to make some executive decisions on what movies we're actually going to be covering. And what we landed on, obviously, today, we talked Shrek. And next week, I'm happy to announce that we're going to be covering Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, with a very special guest. And I won't announce her now, but you'll see her then. And we will talk to you then. Bye.
Nick?
Yes.
I have to tell you something before we go.
Go ahead.
You're not going to see this coming, dude.
Okay.
You have a great smile, bro.
Oh, Mike.
You have a great smile, bro.
Oh, my God.
3.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was
3
good.
compliments. Get fucked.
All right, episode's done.
Okay, see ya.
This has been a Quaywood audio production.